All right, welcome back. Uh, in the off time there, I went ahead and printed out the walls, an active vent, uh, some steel frames, and some sheets to work on that room expansion back there. We're still needing batteries to charge. We're needing uh, the cooling system to really start doing its job. It's it's currently is not even close to being where we need it to be. I'll just show you right now. I still have the radiators off inside that room, but that room is getting warm. So that's 55.8 degrees right now. That's not good. It's working. It's this side that's still not doing what it needs to be doing here. That pressure's got to go up quite a bit more in there. I might have. I'm worried about it. I might have screwed up my game. We're gonna find out, because if that doesn't cool down very soon, I'm gonna be. Well, my plants are all gonna die off probably within a couple hours. I think I've got enough seeds to get them going again, but there's 104 kPa in the safe room area, so this is going to expand it not quite half. So so we're going to have volume to work with there. It'll still be a little bit higher than 50. I'm just going to do flat walls on this because they use steel. I didn't want to do the yeah, it doesn't matter. I was going to do the non-paneled ones, but that's fine. I was going to clean up this whole thing with when I replaced for steel walls, but definitely my main concern right now is that temperature, and why I'm going to go ahead with this expansion here is because I'm hoping that it's going to give it just a little bit of less density, and therefore trying to talk and forgetting my stuff here. Okay. Hoping that with the less density in there, that it's going to cool down quicker, which I mean theoretically that should work, but I mean we'll have to see. I don't have any of my other gases cooled off enough so I can start pumping other gases in here yet. And that could have been a mistake. It's day 32 right now. That last batch of steel, it really cost me some time. So now with that there. Yeah, I'm still decent, but it's 49 degrees. Oh boy. No. I forgot to shut my other side there. That's going to cost me. That's really going to cost me. Well, it's not going to cost me that much. How am I going to do this here? Yeah, leave that shut and then... Okay, I've got a problem here. It's only a few minutes past, where I left off, but the temperature in there has hit 50. So that means my plants are all dying. I can't take off my helmet and drink without taking damage. Not good. Oh, shoot. And I even had one insulated pipe. Oh, well. No. I'll keep it on. Yeah, so this is the problem here. As the last ditch emergency, which I mentioned I was gonna do if it came to it, and it should help me. This is a one-time thing though. Once this water gets too hot, it really is game over. Okay, if I can use that and cool down, because that's 15 degrees with a lot of it's a really high specific heat. I don't know if that's going to convect enough in the amount of time we have before, I'm going to grab those potatoes before. See, those ferns are dying so quick. That's fine. I don't need medicine. I do need potatoes. I can get those. Thing is, as soon as I pull them up, they're going to start decaying. So. Eat some potato here real quick. Ooh, it's down to 49 degrees. That is, well, it's good. I'm afraid to release my my tank. Let's see. Yeah, that's 55 degrees. I wonder how long I can last. Yeah. Will that continue to chill? Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm going to leave that there and then do a speedy maneuver here. I'm going to turn off my filter for air. See how long I can last with this stuff off.
Cognition low.
Don't you pass out on me. Don't you pass out. Woo! And I have myself an empty tank now. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. If I want to just take all, everything that comes up from there, still rely on that to get rid of the pollutants. I think that's probably okay. It'll get rid of the NOS too, but so it'll be everything within that whole system there, and then I'll set up. Where am I going to set these things up at? I can't remember if I have to have a frame under it or not. There it is. And just in case that goes through, I'm going to grab the pipe. Requires a frame below for support. So yeah, let's think about layout here. So I want to do the filtered is on the end, the unfiltered is on the side there. I could do everything this way. I wouldn't be able to use that one because that's the furnace. I can't slip a frame in there. I could do, I'll need 2 spots in between each one so I can have the wires and the, actually no, I can go compact with that. If I go vertical, well, nope, it comes out the same spot. Okay, so yeah, it does need to be 2. I mean, unless I, stagger them back and forth, which could work. Let's just see what it would do. So that'd be 1, 2. Is that right? And 2, 3. Could run all the way back here against this wall. Let me grab a few frames. Okay, let's put this door back up. I think that's the orientation I needed. No. What in the hell?
Air tank low.
That's it. This might be the end of the series. If this door doesn't go in the right freaking way. God. You got lucky, door. You got lucky. That was some shit. It can only go in two ways. And I just did it, what, like 8 times or something ridiculous? Ridiculous. Are you kidding me? That water still hasn't changed a single degree, and the room's down 4 degrees. 6. I think it hit 51, so 7 degrees. And I was thinking about the issue I was having with the volatiles. It might be in the testing that I was doing. I need to put it through a centrifuge first to render it into the actual biomass. Because both the arc furnace and the furnace, kind of skip that part. I don't know if I can keep the temperature low enough in there and it will do it or what. But
Hydration critical.
what's this guy? God. I don't get what's going on with that cooling system. Maybe I need more water in it. course, that's going to be cold water getting pumped into that system, which is going to throw it all off again. But I can't think of anything else to do right now. Why that's not working. There's a lot of liquid in there. Wait. I'm thinking maybe what I ought to do is just set this a little bit higher in between those two. So 100 kPa, that should be, well, let's go with 110. Because that should come out to one close to 110. It should be pretty similar. Yeah, 116. Because the pressure on this is kind of low. Maybe I need to fill that up a little bit more as well. Yeah, I was thinking that this one's a little bit lower on the pressure, so if I cool this down, then it'll condense at a lower temp, and maybe it would start evening out. All right, so I took a little bit of a reset there. I needed to get some more silicone, so I went and did some mining
Hydration
here.
critical.
I've also done a few other updates while I was not recording, so okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this harvest. It's almost at the point that I've got too much of this now. I could get rid of 2 of these plants pretty easily. I would still have enough to cover my steel needs. Because I've still got that whole other batch in the furnace just sitting there. Once I set up a advanced composter, which I don't really want to do until I have more water, but that'll get me volatiles, and I'll probably just use that to, to collect the volatiles for, really the only thing I'd need volatiles for would be to create water. I never have messed with the rocket stuff. I don't think it's necessary at all. But if I get a trader coming in for water, then I really don't need the volatile. So that saves a whole lot of hassle of actually collecting them. And yeah, so that means I could just go ahead and get rid of 2 of these, and I could stack in 2 more ferns here. After the ferns have seeded, I'll do that, because I've only got 2 fern seeds left. I've got 3 potato seeds left. Oh yeah, I was going to do soybeans. So yeah, I'll pull these out and I'll replace it with soybeans once I get nitrogen in here, and then that'll let me do French fries, which are the top tier. So I'd have, or I guess it's not top tier, but it's maybe it's either 3 or 4 star. Yeah, it's the best quality, so it gives me 75% hydration capacity. So that's as good as it gets, but I'd have to have hydrogen in here that the the soybeans will consume for that. So, okay, so what else did I do while I was off camera here? I went ahead and got the third filtration unit set up there. I threw the pipes in there. This here I'm not going to need. I was thinking about it actually when I was just talking. I don't need to worry about volatiles there. I'm not going to do anything with them. Saves me from having to print some more pipes as well. So this one's going to be CO2 filtering. This one's going to be oxygen filtering. These tanks are on the ceiling. The tanks can be placed anywhere, so they're on those walls, but they're, you know, really just kind of floating there. But yeah, this will be oxygen, and this one here, well, once I put this in there, boom, it's nitrogen. All color coded and everything. And then I'm going to run that pipe all the way down the side here. These are all already wired in as well. So, not that I want, yeah, well, these pipes are empty anyway. Yeah, and then eventually I'll go ahead and put a chip in each one of these, like how I did the filtration down there. And it'll just be so that this cannot get overpressured. You know, if I somehow collect, you know, 40 megapascals of oxygen in there, then it's going to be like, hey, don't do any more. If there's no oxygen in the input, it's not going to be trying to pull it out. So now I could do it one of two ways here. I could just move this tank over here with a, you know, canister connector over here, or a portable tank connector over here, and just pull out of there. Then I wouldn't have to worry about the pollutants. I mean, there's already pollutants in this one. Or I can just go through this. I can pipe this a little bit differently here. Basically what I would do this would become a 90 there, and so I'll show it from the other side. That'll be easier to see. So I've got these all connected here, but if I were to go like this, which now that I'm not doing, now that I'm not going to bother with the volatiles, I've made that decision. So I'm just going to do it this way. What that does, finish this up here. What that does is mean the mix is coming in here. That's going to be primarily CO2, oxygen, pollutant, and nitrogen. It's going to come in here. This is going to pull off all the carbon dioxide. So now we have oxygen, nitrogen, pollutant. This is going to pull off the oxygen. Now we have nitrogen and pollutant. And then this is going to pull the nitrogen out of there. So right here is just going to be pollutant or any other gas that we don't want to capture. So we're just going to exhaust that stuff right out the side. And I think that'll be a nice, I like simple solutions. So, you know, if I do not need I'll just do that, and then I'll kick everything out the side there. I need to pick up filters for, you know, 2 filters of each, and then a lot of just regular iron pipe here to run down the side. You know what? I am going to go ahead and move this as well. I'll reuse this regulator. and I'll make a spot so I can drop my waste tank into, and it'll just drain it. Um, that way, my waste tank's going into here. It's the hotter gas, and then it'll go into there. Uh, from this stuff here, I'll end up, eventually cooling it down, and then, putting some of it into there. Yeah, so we'll do that. That'll rely on the cooling solution working. Let's get those filters made. What's it take? I'll just do the. Ooh, I've only got. I should have picked up some. No, I don't need to be like that. I don't need that much iron. I don't need that much steel prepped up and ready to go. So I'll go ahead and smelt this. Get that going so I can have, my filters in place. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the pipe on here because I'm going to need quite a bit of it to run across there. Might have to end up insulating that. Actually, I'm going to cross this over as soon as I can. That way I shouldn't need to insulate anything. At most, I'll have to insulate that little section against the wall there. Okay. Yeah, let's get. Actually, I'll go ahead and. Ooh, actually, I need a lot more than. I need to go ahead and print out 4 carbon filters. Throw out this side into the storm. Put out 4 carbon filters, 2 nitrogen, 2 so I need a seat restocked. I didn't stick this in here yet. Yeah. Okay. Oxygen. These nitrogen ones should last quite a while, because that's going to be the last one in the order. And to be honest, I'll probably still leave this passive setup going right there. It's only going to drain, when there's enough pressure in here, but why not? It's getting rid of the pollutants early on if I leave it there. One, 2, 3, 4. I need 9 more. I have those ones insulated. I guess they don't need to be. I ran out of silicone, was why I stopped. Since I've got the steel, I'm just using it. It shouldn't be a problem going forward, because of, as long as I keep that furnace heated, it definitely won't be a problem. But I mean, that's getting soon on my list, is to do the have the hot tank and everything for the furnace, so it's always good to go. But I do need to start thinking about doing the other alloys. But honestly, I might just do trade. With that setup there, it's going to be good for steel, electrum, and solder. The other stuff, getting that higher pressure, and and for Invar getting that higher temp is going to be extremely difficult until I start, unless I do capture that volatiles, which that'll be a completely separate system if I do that. It's not going to go through these, which I didn't really want that to be mixing with it anyway, so that's all going to work out. Oh yeah, I also put this in here too. You might notice that it's a manual exhaust vent on there, which I actually don't think I even put the cowl on the other side of it, but there's not going to be much in it anyway. What I was doing was, let me split that. Yeah. I was painting in here, so, which I could have done this in the airlock, except I actually painted these devices and the tanks without going outside. I just placed and painted the tanks from in here, so. Alright, that's all good to go. This is all connected.
Hydration critical.
I need to... Don't want to get a drink yet. Do you want to get rid of that? Now we're just going to go straight connect that all together, which will actually be nice because I'll get rid of that pollutant there. Why is it in the tank but not into the pipe network? Anyway, that's all down to, I mean, it's still warmer than I wanted it, but get those going. Now I've got clean CO2, clean O2. And yeah, there's not going to be a big, amount of pressure in there, so they're going to be slow. But I've still got power issues, but I'll get that sorted out here eventually. Hopefully oh, I don't know that I didn't check to make sure I was clear of pollutants. What? Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. Let's get this stuff done. Let me check this temperature here. That's down to 43. So I want that to get, at least below 30. Even if it's still 37 in here, I want to get that below 30, and then I'll throw a radiator back on it. But actually, yeah, that's probably a good spot here to call it for the day. We got the gas filtering done. The safe room is done. So got both those off the list. I guess and I think we got the cooling sorted out by adding that extra water and adjusting the stuff out there. So pretty productive time. Thanks for watching, and next time we'll do something. I might take a couple days to figure out what exactly I'm going to do next, but yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good one.